great dream begins with a dreamer. Remember, you have the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars and change the world. Harriet Tubman. Hi, I'm Ladrika Derrico, and I'm the Chief Program Officer of TheNETwork DFW, and I'd like to personally invite you to our Juneteenth Scholarship and Community Celebration. We work very diligently to bring you a good show, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. It is earned, and you win it with every generation. Coretta Scott. 1865, the last enslaved African Americans were freed. Fast forward, you have Jim Crow. 1964, the Civil Rights Act. And now today in 2020, we're still experiencing all of the toxic traits of systemic racism. As a young Black woman here in America, I understand your thoughts and your feelings right now in this time. I understand why the social unrest is what it is today. But if no one told you today, you're bold, you're brilliant, you're eccentric, creative, you're important, your voice matters, you matter, Black lives matter, Black lives are valuable, and we love you so dearly. Give us this opportunity to let you unplug and unwind. Let us uplift our future generation as we celebrate our very first Celebration of the Arts Scholarship. We would like to congratulate Sean Fowler and Holland Langford as they are the very first recipients. We have performances, words from our leaders, and more. Again, we'd like to welcome you to our Juneteenth Scholarship and Community Celebration. Please enjoy this virtual experience with us.
Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. This empowering poem talks about the struggles to overcome prejudice and injustices. It was written in 1978, but the themes throughout are still relevant in 2020. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may thwart me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moon and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Do you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling like teardrops, weakened with my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't take it awful hard. 'Cause I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like life, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise? 'Cause I dance like I got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs. Out the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I'll rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. Whoo! There I go, rising. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Hi, I'm Rachel Simon, Vice President of Customer Care at AT&T. First, I want to recognize our scholarship recipients. When you all started your senior year back in August or September, you probably had a different view of what your senior year would look like than what actually happened. By this point, you were dreaming about prom and you were dreaming about graduation and being with your friends and actually learning in school alongside your friends. And that didn't exactly happen due to COVID-19, but you made the best of it. And I hope that you've been able to be with your friends via social distancing and via the miracles of our technology. And I hope that you've been able to learn and that you've all remained safe and healthy. I want to take just a minute to talk about what's going on in our country right now and actually all around the world as it pertains to racial injustice. It hurts my heart. It saddens me, it angers me, it bewilders me, it makes me confused, it makes me angry. And if I'm feeling that as a white woman and as an ally, I can only imagine what my Black friends and my Black colleagues are feeling. And actually, I don't have to imagine what they're feeling. I know what they're feeling because I've asked them. I've had so many conversations over the past couple weeks, some via email and some live dialogues, and the conversations have actually been eye-opening. It hurts my heart in a way that my heart should hurt. It makes me uncomfortable in a way that I should be uncomfortable, and it makes me even more committed to change than how I've already felt before. It's going to take all of us to really move on racial injustice. It's going to take all of us. And I want to make sure that you know that I'm committed to being part of that change. My family is committed to being part of that change. And I know that you're committed to being part of the change. We can do this. And we're going to have some story to tell our grandchildren about where we were at the time in 2020 when things started to shift and how we were part of the solution. I wish everybody peace. I wish everybody a safe and healthy experience. And once again, congratulations to our recipients.
Sick of all the violence. Where do I go for restoration? I'm tired of the crying. How do I move from here? Is there a place of refuge when you're afraid of my skin? Is equality not true? 'Cause we're ladies, not men. I need you to believe that there's a place for me. Be destroyed by hate. There's got to be something better than this. You've got to stand strong and fight the fight. For united we stand, divided we fall. Another day a mother buries a child and now she's empty. Another mother's broken when he's not indicted or not guilty. Oh no, 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 no. Protest all around. Can you tell me what's changed? I'm sick of the trending hashtag being connected. I need you to believe that there's a place for me. 'Cause we're living in bondage in the land of the free. I can't be moved. I fear won't be destroyed by hate. There's got to be something better
My name is Marlissa Collier, and I am a member of the TheNETwork DFW chapter. I've been involved with the network for about 2 years now, and most recently I sat on the Celebration of the Arts Scholarship Committee. With this, it was really important to me because, funny story, I actually received a scholarship from the network when I was a senior in high school, and so when I joined AT&T as an employee and joined the network, you know, things just kind of connected the dots and it came full circle. So I'm so excited and I'm so honored to be able to, you know, give this next scholarship to the next generation. I am here to introduce you all to our first scholarship recipient. This young man is just incredible. Mr. Sean Fowler, he recently graduated from high school and he will be attending Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia in the fall. We are so excited for him. We're so proud of him. During his interview, I think a couple of things really came off for us. Number one, it was his humility. He's incredibly humble, but he's also confident at the same time. He has this really interesting balance that we just enjoyed. Another thing, as we speak about balance, you know, of course he's an academic, right? He studies, he ensures that his grades are right, but he's also artistic. So a very interesting balance. And speaking of his art, he wants to be a graphic designer and an animator, which we think is awesome. As we asked him what he wanted to do with that craft, he told us that he wanted to ensure that there was representation in animation for us. He was very serious about anime and ensuring that we got to tell our stories in a way that was told for us and by us. Sean, we are so incredibly proud of you. We can't wait to see all the wonderful, colorful, interesting things that you do with your work and with your art. And again, I am so excited and I'm so honored to be able to give this scholarship to the next generation. Kill it at Morehouse, enjoy your college years, because you'll be like us going to work soon enough. So enjoy, we appreciate you, we appreciate everything that you do for your family, for the culture, and yeah, my best. See you later.
A little bit about myself is I was born in San Dimas, California up to the age of 12, and at the age of 12 I moved to Maryland, where and then at the age of 15 I moved to Dallas, Texas, where I finished my 4 years of high school, and I am going to Morehouse College in fall of 2020. A couple activities that I did in high school is I did a bunch of volunteering. I also went to multiple events, and then outside of high school and in my community, I joined a bunch of organizations like Jack and Jill and Alpha Academy, where Alpha Academy helped me or taught me how to be a little bit more mature and to grow up as a man. So when I found out that I won the interview or the scholarship, I was really happy because when we were doing the interview, I was all confident and excited and happy, and I was getting every question down. But like deep and down inside, I was just scared that I was gonna like mess up or make one little mistake. So when I found out I won, I was happy that all the hard work that I put in and all the practice I did before ahead of time paid off. So I was just really happy. Well, I plan after I graduate college and after I work a few years with Pixar and possibly move to Tokyo and work with animators there, I plan on coming back to the community and operate camps and teach kids like what the true meaning of being an animator and what type of technology or what type of non-technology devices that are required and that are needed, and teach them how much work and how much dedication is required to become an animator. So to sum it up, pretty much I just plan on like operate camps and teaching kids on how to become an animator. It means to me that no matter like what like the challenge is, if you overcome it and if you just show the people who like kind of like doubt you that you're not willing to give up and that you're gonna succeed in what you want to accomplish, I see that as like the true meaning of Black excellence, and just showing people that you're not gonna like back down, or you're not gonna give up on your dream or what you just want to accomplish in life. And to me, that's what Black excellence is all about. It's just showing people who doubt you, who think that you're not capable of becoming this or becoming that, and you just proving them or showing them that you are capable of doing it, that you're not going to give up, and that you will do the opposite of what they're saying. And to me, that's the true meaning of Black excellence.
All right, so what do we have here?
Bam! So $1,500. So on behalf of the Network DFW, we are presenting, this is the first time for my quota event, the first time we are providing scholarships to worthy high school seniors. So today we have Sean Fowler, the second, coming up.
Yeah.
So, Latoya, would you like to go get it?
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Look at that.
There you go.
Thank you guys, thank you.
You are so welcome. On behalf of the Network DFW chapter, we are so proud of you for all that you've done, your accomplishments, your future, just deciding to just take that extra step in your education. So, well deserved, and congratulations.
I'm gonna let you hold it because this is yours.
It's your moment. Embrace it. It's yours.
So, Sean, so again, big ups. We know that you deserve this $1,500, and we know that for you to get this, you've been doing excellent work at school and just taking care of your business. At this time, do you have anything that you would like to say? Anybody you would like to give shout outs to?
Yeah.
What would you like to say at this time?
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for giving me this check and doing this whole event. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Again, I want to thank you guys. I want to shout out my parents, my mom.
Oh, you know what?
Dad.
Why don't we bring Dad on?
Come on, Dad. This is for you too.
This is for you too. So, all right. And so, any additional words? Like, we know that it means a lot to have your dad here and celebrate. We're so extremely proud of you. You do not understand the impact that you've made and just how your confidence, like, you may not feel confident, but your confidence is going to take you far, and you're going to do amazing things. And so, congratulations again.
Thank you guys.
You're so welcome.
Good job. Good job.
Good afternoon, and happy Juneteenth, everyone. My name is David Huntley, and I serve as a Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Compliance Officer at AT&T. Growing up in Texas, Juneteenth, or Freedom Day, meant family gatherings, good music, and plenty of good barbecue to go around. It was a celebratory time. You see, as Black people, we had to hold on to times of joy, because outside, the world was often saying, you're not good enough, you don't belong. But Juneteenth was and is different. It was our day. It was an opportunity to put down the weight of the world and rejoice. And while I have fond memories of Juneteenth celebrations when I was a child, for me, Juneteenth also serves as a significant reminder of this country's dark history, how far we've come and how far we have to go. The tragic deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery highlight the continued injustices experienced by Black Americans. As a society, we are at an inflection point. And while I'm frustrated and angry, I'm also hopeful. Hopeful because I think of how far we've come. When I think of how far we've come, I'm proud of the countless contributions Black people have made to the very fabric of this country. I'm proud that despite being torn from our ancestral lands, we have banded together and formed new clans and kin. I'm proud of our resiliency. I'm also proud of the many others who have stood beside us as allies along this journey. With all that being said, we must not lose sight of where we are headed, which brings me to today's scholarship recipients. To our scholars Sean Fowler II and Holland Langford, congratulations are in order. Sean and Holland, you are a part of the generation that will help us get to where we need to go. Our hopes rest on your generation saying, enough is enough, and judging others, as Dr. King said, by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. Your generation has stood up and shown signs of being more open to diversity, acceptance, and understanding of others than those that have come before you. Now, Sean and Holland, I know that sounds like a lot of pressure, and it is. Your ability to navigate this world and the challenges that are before you will try to break you at times. But I'm here to tell you to keep pushing. When doors are closed in your face, find another one. If no one makes a place for you at the table, build a new one. While it's not your responsibility to carry the weight of the past, it is your responsibility to carry the torch forward. And when you get there, don't forget to reach back and show someone else the way. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marvin Morrow, and I'm the president of the DFW chapter of the Network Black Integrated Communications Professionals, an employee group within AT&T, where our mission is transforming our future by empowering our members and community today. When I think about our mission and the current state of our community, I feel it's important that we also invest in future generations. We must support them and instill in them great leadership characteristics because they are our future leaders. That is why I'm excited to introduce Mr. Holland Langford as one of the DFW chapter's 2020 Celebration of the Arts Scholarship recipients. Mr. Langford is a gentleman who showcases his talents through sports. He shares his love of people by volunteering in several ministries within his community, and he puts his gifts on display through his music. My team and I appreciate all the work that Holland is doing within his community, and that is why we support him. That is why we share this gift with him. Thank you.
All right, so what you see here is $1,500. We're doing our first Celebration of the Arts Scholarship presentation, and I mean, I'm excited.
I'm like overexcited.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Right. So
Yeah.
our recipients are actually coming, so they don't know that we have this big check and we're going to surprise them, but they're coming. We're excited. It's mostly about giving back to our community and pouring into our youth. So we're getting ready for Holland Langford. You'll see him shortly, but we are just very proud of this young man and cannot wait to see what he does in the future. So stay tuned. You'll see him soon.
Actively in the community, I am a lay speaker and a lay servant certified. And I've always been taught that we need to serve the Word of God and teach people about God to our community so they can be holy, strong, and, prosperous in life as they live a religious life that God envisioned for us. In school, I was a part of the basketball team. We had won the state championship, got me a ring. It was a great experience. I also was in choir for 2 active years. I enjoy and love singing and just, using my voice to help, lift up people's spirits in the world. It's very, very pleasuring to me. Also, I took quite a few health science courses that were actually very beneficial to my career, as I do want to be a pediatrician someday, and they were very enjoyable for me. And as far as being the first recipient of the Network Scholarship, it's ecstatic for me because it's just, I've always just strived to work hard in anything and everything I do, and just to be one of the first people to receive the scholarship is just, it's crazy, it's crazy. Hard work really pays off, and you know, the grind never stops. Juneteenth, it's a celebration, it's a celebration. Not only for the liberation of slavery all those years ago, but also celebration just for the black culture, for all the people who worked hard and strived to get equal rights, to get equilibrium between all people. Whether it's black, Hispanic, Mexican, we all are one people under God's name. And what Juneteenth really means to me is not only, like I said, a celebration of slavery, but just some things that we take that got us to this point to where we are now. People are all in unity. No one is above anyone else. We are all the same, and we are all equal. That's what it means. First and foremost, I always look around, just when I'm downtown in Dallas. I see a lot of, homeless on the streets, just wandering, and look so torn and just unsure how they're gonna live their lives. And I always just ponder, like, what could I possibly do to help benefit their lives and just at least give them a glimmer of hope. So the one way I'll help benefit our society and give back to my community will be not to break down, but to build up. So more community centers for the homeless, more fundraisers being issued towards charities that can help and benefit, maybe give homeless more clothing or more food, something anything they need to survive, some things they could use to prosper, have some hope that everyone or someone is caring for them, as well as for the children who may not have that purpose or may not have that fatherly figure in their lives or mothers in their lives to help them grow or even want to chase something for their lives. Give them something to believe in and push them to a goal that they can have a resolve and want to challenge themselves to become these great and big things and become these better people for the next generations to come of our world.
All right, so we have the scholarship.
Yep.
I think it's time for everyone to see Holland and see the presentation. So, and I know you know him, right?
What's his name again?
Holland Langford. Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, it does. It does. Can I go get him? Let me go get Holland Langford. Okay.
Make it happen.
Holland, come on over here, buddy. Got a little something for you, okay? For all your hard work and dedication to school.
Oh!
This is yours.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah, so let everybody see it.
Yeah, hold it up.
And so we know that you want to share this experience with somebody special and you brought somebody special. So you can go ahead and bring them.
Oh yes.
Let me hold that check right quick.
Bro, this is my brother, Emerson Langford. You know what I'm saying? That big thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see you though. Check it out.
Check it out.
What you gonna do with everything?
So good, I hope.
Yes.
It's been all over the place though.
So, on behalf of the Network DFW chapter, we are giving you this $1,500. Let me scratch that. You earned this $1,500 because you had an outstanding application and what you want to do in the community, we believe in that. So we present you with this $1,500. We know that you graduate tomorrow on the 20th, so this is an early graduation gift. Congratulations, you completely earned it, and we are so thankful that you could be one of our first recipients. Congratulations. So what do you have to say? Do you have any words that you want to share?
Yes, I do. First and foremost, just big shout out to your network and everything you've done for me. My interview was amazing. I enjoyed every moment of it. You guys were so inspirational to me, giving me your personal stories and kind of giving me like beneficial factors I can use to help, do good things in my life and go on my career aspirations. Besides to my uncle for giving me this scholarship and everything, being a part of that and being a part of my life, and being a mentor to me as well as my brother. Another big mentor of my life, and just thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, nephew.
Good afternoon to my network fam. Congratulations to the DFW chapter for hosting today's event. I cannot think of a more appropriate event at a more appropriate time for us to stop and reflect on the greatness and the contributions of the Black community, and to also stop and take the time to identify and recognize the young talent who is going to lead us as we go forward and reshape the Black experience in this country. So with that in mind, I have the privilege of announcing today's scholarship recipients. And these are the first 2 scholarship recipients. And their names are Sean Fowler II and Holland Langford. And so these are the 2 young cats that sort of rose to the top. There were over 100 applications. They had to submit essays. They had to go through interviews. It was a rigorous process, and these 2 talented young men won the scholarships. Before I leave you today, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of things. One is, like you, I continue to pray for Latia's family and mourn her loss. Mourn her loss as the professional and a colleague of ours, but also as a leader in this work that we continue to do. Also, like you, I am dealing with and navigating everything that is happening around us outside the walls of AT&T and dealing with what's going on in this country. You have heard from me previously. You'll continue to hear about what we're doing at AT&T and the other leaders in this company as well. Here's what I'll say to you is we're committed to doing what we can to positively impact change in this country, and we're also committed to enhancing, reshaping the experience inside of AT&T as well. So look, I look forward to putting in the work. I look forward to putting in the work alongside of you to make that happen. And again, congratulations to Holland and Sean, and have a fantastic event. Thank you.
My name is Christopher Perry. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for TheNETwork DFW, and I will be reading Freedom by Langston Hughes. Freedom will not come today, this year, nor ever through compromise and fear. I have as much right as the other fellow to stand on my 2 feet and own the land. I tire of hearing people say, let things take their course, and tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I am dead. I cannot live off tomorrow's bread. Freedom is a seed planted in great need. I live here too. I want my freedom just as you.
Here I am, here I stand. After all that I've been through, I am here, standing in the rain. I am here, fighting through all of the pain. Nothing can take this moment away. I am here, I am strong. You can't stop me no longer. Crashing through the ceilings now under my feet. Crashing through the ceilings now under. When you feel you have nothing left, when you feel you've been overlooked and you have lost yourself, when you feel that you wanna give in and throw in the towel, keep on, keep on. I am here. Yes, I am, baby. I'm strong. No longer. I'm crashing through it.
Wow, what an amazing event we just had. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Way to wear your crown and way to represent. Hello, my name is Victor Langford. I'm part of the network DFW, and it's my esteemed pleasure to close out the program. First of all, let me kind of give you a little bit of history about Juneteenth and some of the facts that go along with Juneteenth and why we celebrate it. Sometimes in Texas we get a little, they joke with us too because we were 2 years late. So there was Union soldiers that did come to Galveston in 1865, and they let the enslaved know that they were free. And so at that point, we've been celebrating Juneteenth ever since, and we've been running for our freedom ever since then as well. Another impactful leader in the civil rights movement, Dr. Martin Luther King, he talks about the importance of civil rights like this, the importance of Juneteenth in this way. If the cruelties of slavery could not stop us, the opposition we now face will surely fail, because the goal of America is freedom. Abused and scorned though we may be, our destiny is tied up with the American destiny. Our freedom is tied up with America's freedom. And that's why Juneteenth is celebrated and it's part of our culture. Now I challenge the fine young men who just received these scholarships, Holland Langford and Sean Fowler. I challenge you to reflect on your history. And now as you pursue your careers, see how those intersect. See what you need to do to continue this fight. Because like the late great civil rights leader Ralph Abernathy quoted, if you see a good fight, get in it and fight to win. And also I have another deep appreciation for Juneteenth because my father, who made me the man that I am, he passed away 12 years ago on this date. So Juneteenth will always hold a special and significant meaning in my heart. In closing, thanks again to each and every one of you for your continued support. Greatly appreciated. Also, thanks to the leadership of the Network DFW for their vision and impactful programs, led by Program Chair Ladrika Derrico and President Marve Morrow. And last but not least, I want to definitely give special recognition and condolences to our late great CEO, Madam CEO, Latia Taylor. May your spirit live on in the network forever and ever. Amen.